know there's something about Elvis Presley too? It's not a Mandela effect, but it's a crazy fact.
What?
So you know how Elvis Presley died in like 1977?
Yeah.
There's
Nothing is new under the sun. Just cheap reinventions of the old world. This was an electric taxi, a fleet of them.
Shit! Fuck! Stop! Okay, sorry.
Welcome to WTF Daily, fans. Hit that like, subscribe, comment and share. Let's get weird.
It wouldn't be 2024 without a new sickness or syndrome. Great news! There's a new syndrome out there called the demon syndrome. And what's so weird is it's on so many different news platforms right now. Scientific term is prosopometamorphopsia. Say that 3 times fast. So there's only 75 cases, huh? Well, I think I'm gonna be number 76. Hear me out. We've all seen what happens to Beyonce when she starts shaking her head, huh? Yeah. Or the weird shit that happens at concerts and in Hollywood. People take photos and they're just distorted. Or are they? Maybe you're just catching what you're supposed to be seeing. Not to mention every concert you're at today is like a first-class ticket to hell. Portals on portals. Boy, they love them portals. Everything doesn't have to be a syndrome or a disorder. What if they're gaslighting the fuck out of you because you're about to start seeing weird shit? It's like the movie They Live with Rowdy Roddy Piper, you remember? He'd put the shades on and see people for what they were. What's your problem? We are already in hell, so I don't find this too far-fetched at all. It's only March. It's literally only March of 2024. How much more shit can we go through at this point?
Hey, so today I experienced something that I've never experienced in my life before. Freaked me out. Thought I was crazy. Still haven't processed it fully. So, as I do every week, twice a week, I make deliveries to the same guy. I've been doing it for 7 months. And it's the same guy every time I walk in. He's got a big garage with like a couple trucks in it. I walk in, I hand him his parts, we talk for a minute, I walk away. I go on my business. Today, I walked in, and he had his back to me, and he was working on his bench. And he must have heard me coming. I don't know, because I was actually pretty quiet, I thought. But when he turned around, I jumped and kind of grabbed my mouth like that because I didn't know what to think. And he laughed a little bit and he called me jumpy. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm just not feeling very good. And I handed him his part and I was like, hey, I got to go. The reason I reacted that way is because when I looked at him, he was different. He didn't look like the same guy I saw every other time. First thing I saw was he had no color in his eyes. They were completely black. Like you couldn't even see reflections. It was just a black mass. And for some reason, his ears were kind of weird, and they had like this little point like that. I don't know what that was. Excuse me. But then I was talking to my friend, and he sent me an article about them saying that a new disorder that's coming out where people are starting to see demon faces in people. And it got me thinking, if they're putting something like that out, could it be a disorder, or is it God is actually letting people see demons and they're just trying to make it look like we're crazy? I still can't process it. I can't. I don't know. And like ever since the eclipse, I find it funny. The clouds look different for some reason. I don't know what it is yet. I'm going to figure that one out. But that could be just me being dumb. The other thing I saw, like I have perfect vision. So I don't know what I saw. If anybody else has ever seen this, can you please let me know, because I'm kind of weirded out right now.
What do you think?
Anyway,
Smash the
God
like and
bless,
drop
love
a
you.
comment below.
Take care.
Unbelievable. You've got to be kidding me.
They fired 3 precision-guided missiles at the World Central Kitchen. 3. They killed 7 people who were only there to stop a man-made famine. And when people got upset about that, their reaction was, oopsie, didn't mean to do that. Can we have some more Hellfire missiles, please? That's what we're funding? That's what we have money for. If you don't know what the World Central Kitchen is, it's the closest thing to living saints we have. The World Central Kitchen was founded in 2010 by Chef Jose Andre. It was founded after the Haitian earthquakes happened, and he went and saw millions of people about to starve to death. So he set up the World Central Kitchen, and they began to start feeding people. And over the next 14 years, they fed people across the world, including in the United States, including in Ukraine, including across multiple areas of conflict, including on both sides of this conflict, where 7 World Central Kitchen workers were just fucking murdered. Because that's what this was. This was fucking murder that they're trying to push off as negligent homicide. But they used precision-guided missiles.
What the F?
They have to use a fucking laser to paint onto a target. There were 7 aid workers in 3 fucking vehicles driving down a road that they had to clear their travel for with the people who have the fucking missiles and the lasers. They called them and said, please don't blow us up. We are driving down the road because we have a truck full of food because we are trying to stave off a man-made famine of 1.7 million people. And what did they say? They said, oh, please drive down the road. Drive down the road in your 3 white trucks with World Central Kitchen signs on them. We know your exact location. And then they painted them with a laser and then shot them with Hellfire missiles from drones. And then the next day, when they noticed people getting mad about that, because seems to be the first time anyone's gotten really, really mad about all the aid workers they've killed, they went, oh no, that was an oopsie. We're sorry. We didn't mean to do that. We'll investigate ourselves like good cops. And now, instead, there are no meals going out from the World Central Kitchen. Hundreds of thousands of people in that area are now going without the one meal they get every couple days. And it only cost the United States government $300,000. But don't worry, when we run out of money, just like in 2020, the World Central Kitchen may come back to the United States and set up 50 food pantries in every single state to try to make sure that we don't starve to death. Because the only enemy of the World Central Kitchen and Chef Jose Andre is hunger. That's their only enemy. And if you are an enemy of the World Central Kitchen, then you are an ally to famine, and I am not a friend to you. So stop giving these fucks money.
You know, there's something about Elvis Presley too. It's not a Mandela effect, but it's a crazy fact.
What?
So you know how Elvis Presley died in like 1977?
Yeah.
There's facts like a guy he's still alive.
Elvis?
Yeah, Elvis. So there's a guy in a mental as a mental institute named Jesse something, right?
Yeah.
And he's like claiming, he kind of looks like Elvis Presley. You can look up, I'll put the pictures up on the screen. But he kind of looks like Elvis Presley, right? And he was claiming that, oh, I am Elvis Presley. I am Elvis Presley.
Yeah, he
right?
said that?
Yeah, he said that. And obviously no one's gonna believe him.
Oh, that's why he's in the mental institute?
Yeah, that's why, cause like no one would believe him cause he's in that like institute.
Oh,
so
shit.
he's like, no, like trust me, I am.
Yeah.
So a doctor ran a DNA test on him. Fam, the DNA matched Elvis,
No.
his mom, and his dad.
So that's
Thought
him.
that
What the
was real.
We don't know yet, I guess.
So why isn't it in the news and shit?
I don't know. I guess they're censoring it.
Yo, what the hell?
Yeah.
So you're telling me they faked Elvis's death and just put him in a mental hospital?
I guess. Is this another story where it's like, oh, a big celebrity didn't want the spotlight no more and he just wanted to chill?
Maybe not. I think it's a different theory.
What?
So you're telling me this, and I came up with a theory in my head.
Okay.
What if they did that to take his riches and put him in the hospital?
Oh. But why would they want to take his riches just straight? Why specifically him?
Bro, he was the biggest. He was the king of rock.
I guess.
Nah, I don't think you understand. Elvis was Justin Bieber before Justin Bieber, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Like my Lola, she loves
Elvis.
Elvis.
Yeah, I know. I saw all the girls.
Loves Elvis. They were all like wilding like he was Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
So, look, I think if you're that big of a person and you have that much riches, the people around you, if they're not getting fed enough or like they want a bigger piece of what you got, they're gonna find a way to take something.
Run.
Unbelievable. Priceless.
OMG, she tries to walk her dog and this happened.
You know you from the res when you run from dogs for fun.
Unbelievable.
Many of you have asked me, what's the purpose for the lies? Why lie about the mud flood? Why lie about more lands hidden? Why lie about free energy? It's all about keeping us as dumbed down as possible. Free thinkers are not the best worker drones. I'll let the late great George Carlin explain it best.
But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers.
What the F?
Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't
That's
in
a
it.
hero in my book. What do you think?
You and I are not
Drop
in
your comments
the
below.
big club.
The ancient Egyptians didn't build the pyramids. They discovered them.
The ancient Egyptians
didn't build the pyramids, but discovered them over 30,000 years later, and they even told us who the real builders were. Disclaimer, just a theory, entertainment purposes only. The Giza power plant theory explains why they were built, to deliver wireless, free, and clean energy to everyone worldwide. Now that we know why, we're asking, who was the original creator of this energy system? Nikola Tesla, one of the truly most ingenious pioneers of the past decade, proposed a global network of towers that would provide electricity to everyone around the world. Tesla himself was a little obsessed with the pyramids of Egypt and genuinely believed that they served a higher purpose. In fact, his idea of this network of energy towers was based on his studies of the pyramids, which eventually turned into the Giza power plant theory. So, were our ancient ancestors also aware of this principle of unlimited wireless energy for everyone? And how would you even use this sky energy if we had it? In Tesla's model, it would work just like radios, Wi-Fi, and cell towers do today. Every home would have a receiver that draws this energy from the atmosphere and into their home. Exactly what is seen in that of the alleged Tartarian Empire, who's said to have made use of this same energy system, which we'll explore in a future video. Don't worry about that. Receiving towers in modern times, sure, but what about 5,000 years ago? Man, if only Egypt had some sort of tall structures everywhere that could act as that contact point for this energy. Oh, obelisks made from a single piece of granite, which although not directly conductive, contains quartz. And I'ma just let my boy Michio Kaku do the talking here.
These monoliths are made out of granite, and there's some quartz inside the granite, and quartz has some rather interesting properties. If I take quartz crystal and I squeeze it, I can generate electricity. Now, some people believe that the obelisks were like lightning rods that absorbed electrical energy from the heavens.
It's been found that these obelisks were likely also capped with a conductive metal called electrum, which would have been able to receive electric currents. But no, wait, hold up. If the Egyptians really did use electricity, they should have evidence of that everywhere. That's not exactly something that you can hide. Oh, but they might, like in their famous Dendera light carving, which features what looks like a giant light bulb being held up, which no one has yet been able to explain. Or these hieroglyphs depicting a series of wires connected to what look like batteries? Of course, these are strictly speculation, but these carvings really do exist. And what about the pyramids themselves? Never mind there not being a single hieroglyph or record of their construction, which there isn't. But why are there no records of them actually using the pyramids for energy? This theory suggests the Egyptians never built the pyramids.
Did you guys hear the news about what just came out of Antarctica? They don't know what this is, but here it is right here. What you're looking at is a map that shows the waves on the planet. And the numbers over here is how high these waves are. So what you're looking at is this huge dark energy cloud that just came out of Antarctica. And nobody knows what this is. It's heading to Africa right now, and eventually, and look at this, y'all, eventually it's gonna make its way to the Atlantic Ocean. Check this out.
I'm trying to document this very weird anomaly taking place on Ventu Sky. I don't know what this blob is here, but it's coming from what looks like Antarctica. If we backtrack a little bit, you're going to see it disappear and reappear on the screen. So we move into Monday the 8th, which was obviously 3 days ago. Watch as we move into Tuesday. This mass pops up with waves of 83.7 feet in height. What in God's name is this thing moving out of Antarctica, as you can see, and then it moves up the coast of Africa into the Atlantic Ocean. Watch this as we move into Wednesday the 10th, Thursday the 11th, which is today. This is going on right now. I don't know if these waves are actually hitting the coast or if this is some sort of glitch in the system, but I've never seen anything like this. This giant blob is showing 83.7 foot waves. This does not seem to be any sort of storm system. Let me zoom back out here. Let's move forward and see where this thing is projected to go. Watch this. Here's Friday the 12th tomorrow, moving more up the African coast. Here is Saturday the 13th. We can see it start to wrap around the northern western coast of Africa up into the Atlantic. Here is Sunday the 14th. Monday the 15th, we are in the Atlantic Ocean with waves of 62.1, 63 feet. This is just incredible. Here is Tuesday the 16th, and look, the entire thing is now in the Atlantic Ocean with averages of about 40 feet. There's 44, 33, 34.3. This is just very weird. What are we looking at here? Here's Wednesday the 17th, the last available data for this. And now we see the entire Atlantic Ocean, which, as we've discussed, is already months ahead of time as far as temperatures. And we're looking at this very odd anomaly coming out of Antarctica. Now watch, I'm going to backtrack. I'll show you where this thing begins. We'll go all the way back to Monday the 8th. This is where the anomaly begins, and sometimes it glitches out. It's very weird. Here's Tuesday the 9th, and there it is. Pops right up. It's almost like this thing shot out of Antarctica and up towards the African coast. And as we backtrack in hours, we go to 5 a.m., 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 2 p.m., 5 p.m., 8 p.m., and that's where it pops up. Between 5 and 8 p.m., this thing does not exist, and then it does exist on Tuesday the 9th at 8 p.m. After that, it just slowly moves up into the African coast. Here is the 10th once again, Thursday the 11th, Friday the 12th, Saturday the 13th, Sunday the 14th, Monday the 15th, and then Tuesday and Wednesday, this thing bleeds all the way into the Atlantic Ocean. My friends...
Y'all see that thing is coming out of Antarctica? And for the people who have been rocking with me, I've been telling y'all what lives in Antarctica. Y'all know what lives in Antarctica. And then for this to take place the day after the eclipse, when I told y'all things are going to get a lot more interesting. Now, this is not the first time the planet has seen 70 to 90 foot tall tsunamis. And I'm sure it's not going to be the last time, because the planet is going through a cleanup right now, y'all. But this early, and then the weather patterns for the Atlantic Ocean is already high, y'all. Oh man, things again. It's going to get a lot more interesting. This is not to cause fear. I am spreading information. But can somebody tell me what is going on with this? What's all this dark energy showing up on the weather map lately? Because if you remember, y'all, this dark energy, look at that, y'all. It just came from Louisiana. It just cleaned up Louisiana. And now this is on the coast of Africa, and it's heading right to the coast of the United States, y'all. Y'all see what's going on here? So what do you guys think about this video here? This is strange, huh? This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting times. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this.
Mother Nature?
Thank you for tuning to my frequency.
Or something else?
Keep up with me on my other accounts
What
where I
do you
go
think?
deeper on the esoteric
Leave a
level of these
comment
topics
below.
at hand. Let's get this shift, y'all. Peace
In
in.
2002, one of the greatest military hacks ever took place, and it was done by this guy, Gary McKinnon. He hacked into NASA looking for evidence of free energy suppression and UFO technology. But what he found in there was even more strange. Upon hundreds of thousands of photos proving that NASA deliberately was photoshopping UFOs out of satellite imagery, he found a secret spreadsheet titled Non-Terrestrial
You've got to be kidding me.
In it, he claims he saw the names and ranks of U.S. Air Force personnel that were never registered anywhere on this planet. In one of the files, he actually said that he saw documentation of ship-to-ship transfers in the orbit of Earth. Before he was able to download and save any of the files, a NASA employee spotted him on the servers of the computer and logged him out. Eventually, he was arrested, and everybody started calling him a hoax. However, in 2019, the United States announced the Space Force, which made people start to believe that Gary McKinnon was actually telling the truth. So that begs the question in the end. Were these transfers between ourselves? Were they from other spacefaring nations?
Unbelievable.
Or were these transfers between other creatures out there in the universe, in the galaxy, coming far, far away?
Fuck! Stop!
Whoa.
Okay, sorry.
Did you see that?
Oh, fuck, where's my... Stop!
I'm telling you, she's a better
Priceless.
Meow. It's the second I get a... Oh.
No! Ow! I'm not a cat! I'm not a cat!
Priceless. Well, that's it for today, folks. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment with suggestions of what you would like and videos you would like to see. Until next time, fam.